What's going on, everyone? Time again for another preview and predictions and breakdown of another UFC card. Boy, isn't this exciting. We have a pretty slamming main event, though. Walker versus Mingyang Zhang. It's going down in China. That's right. Yeah, it's early fucking start time, isn't it? Jesus Christ. You guys going to be up for this one? I know I'll be. I don't have anything else going on in my stupid life. So yeah. Let's get into it, shall we? Now you're gonna hear a lot of who the fuck is this guy from me. But don't worry, I'll put on my investigative trademarked glasses here with no lenses, and we'll do a deep dive into their stupid records. So your first fight of the night will be DR Nergoze versus Uran Sadi Baldiev. Yes, of course. How could I forget these two? DR Nergoze, 10-1, plus 250 as the underdog from Kazakhstan. 28 years old, 6'2", 74-inch reach. Uran Sadi Baldiev is 9-1. Minus 300 as the favorite. He's from Kyrgyzstan. A rivalry as old as time, right? Kyrgyzstan versus Kazakhstan. Who could forget the classic rivalry? He's 31, 6'4", and a 79-inch range. Who the hell are these guys? So they both lost their last fight. This guy actually fought in the UFC. I had no idea. This guy Uran. Before that, he was in LFA, subbing dudes, knocking dudes out. That's good. Nergoze, I've seen fight before. Okay, he lost via submission to Brenson Ribeiro. How does that even happen? He did knock a guy out on Contender Series last year, and he fought in Eagle FC. You guys remember Eagle FC and UAE Warriors? Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into their record, shall we? So Uran Sadi Baldiev lost to Martin Boudet by decision. For that, I guess he was the champ in LFA somehow. He won the belt over 9-2 guy. 13-6 was the guy before that. 5-4. Beat a guy who was 13-3 on an Open Fighting Championship. Made his debut in Alash Pride. This guy actually has a solid record, I would say. I mean, went to a split decision with a 13-3 guy. He is 31 though. That's a heavyweight fight. He's a light heavyweight. Okay. Let's check out Nergoze, shall we? So Nergoze obviously losing to Brenson Ribeiro by Kimura is kind of hilarious. Knockout win in UAE Warriors against a 23-12 guy. Okay, yeah. So beat a guy named Magomedov. I mean, how many of those are there? Eagle FC. Won the Eagle FC belt. God, poor old Eagle FC. All right, yeah. So this guy, he's fought a bunch of cans and debutantes, guys with shitty ass records. Obviously, I would say Sadi Baldiev's record is just much better. Also, Nergoze got beat by basically what I would consider a striker in Brenson Ribeiro, and he obviously sucks ass. Sadi Baldiev went to decision with Boudet, who sucks as well, but is actually not that bad. Was able to beat Buchecha. I'm going to have to go ahead and go with one Mr. Sadi Baldiev, and it's possible he could get a submission over Nergoze. I'm going to go the safe route and pick him by decision, though. Don't know either of these fucks, but hopefully they put on a fun fight and it doesn't go to decision and somebody gets knocked out. All right, let's go to the next fight. All right, Long Zhao. This is a bantamweight fight versus Su Young Yu. Number Su Young from Rush Hour, the movie. All right, 27-9 is the record for Long Zhao. He is 4-1 in his last 5, plus 120 as The underdog, I guess. He's from China, 27 years old, 5'8", 70-inch reach. Su Young Yu, 15-3. He's 4-0-1 in his last 5. What the fuck happened there? I kicked the guy in the dick on Black Combat. Yeah, happens. He's minus 140 as the favorite from South Korea. I'm not even going to try to say this name. Jeez. He's 29, 5'6", and a 65-inch reach. So, who the fuck is Long Zhao? Okay, he beat Quang Li by knockout. Lost to Chang Ho Li by split decision. And maybe that was the road to the UFC final. But either way, he made it to the finals or maybe won. I don't know. Yes, Su Young Yu beat AJ Cunningham just 5 months ago. Holy shit, this guy's actually had a few fights in the UFC. And it looks like he actually won the road to the UFC tournament. So that's interesting. All decisions in his last couple wins before he kicked a guy in the dick on Black Combat. So why don't we take a dive into their records? Let's check out Mr. Su Young Yu. All right, so fought in Niza FC. Got smoked via knockout. That was for a belt. Oh, and he was the Deep Impact champion. Interesting. Wow, with a round 1 KO. Fought in Black Combat a couple times. Niza FC. Fought in UAE Warriors. Lost the decision to an undefeated guy. He's got quite a few finishes. Submissions, knockouts, decision wins. Won all his amateur fights. This guy actually seems like he'd be pretty fun. On a nice winning streak. Got a lot of skills. Let's check out Long Zhao. I think I remember his last fight. Definitely have watched these guys fight. I just don't know who the fuck they are. Let's check out this dude. Holy shit, this guy's got like a lot of wins and losses back to back. God, he's fought at no promotion that I recognize going up his record. Yeah, just a lot of win-loss, sometimes TKO, sometimes decision. Oh my god, he fought in one championship. He got knocked out in the first round. Well, fucking one championship in 2016. Okay. Fought some custom rules fights in a promotion called I Am Champion. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie. Fought in a promotion called WLF and went on a huge win streak. Oh, Wulin Fang. Wars. And then he got to Wulin Fang proper and got some knockouts. Lost the decision to Christian Quinones on Contender. Went back to Wulin Fang, did pretty well. And lost to this dude, Chang Ho Li, and then he knocked out Quang Li. So, okay. What is up, Denial? Good to see you, by the way. Is this one championship? Yes, Chris. Jeez, I cannot talk today. Chris, I messaged you back on Twitter to get on MMA Nerd. Respond if you feel like getting on MMA Nerd at some point. Oh, hey, I'm walking in. What's up, Dirty Hippo? Good to see you, Denial. I heard Asians name their children by throwing pots and pans down the stairs. Yeah, I mean, come on, dude, that's a played out joke. Let's get a better one. Long Wang. I've also been in combat with a black man. So Black Combat is a pretty good regional Korean promotion, by the way. Dumb guy. Okay. So after looking at their records, Su Young Yu definitely seems like the more patient guy. He's got wins in a variety of ways, a lot less losses. And Long Zhao just seems like a dude that just fights like a motherfucker. Just goes for it, right? So I think you'll see Su Young Yu win a decision or you'll see Long Zhao get the knockout or whatever the fuck. You probably see him get a finish, and if he doesn't, you probably lose a decision. If I had to bet. The thing about Su Young Yu that I do like is, to me, it seems like he's fought in a lot better of promotions. Long Zhao, obviously fighting in Wulinfang and random Chinese promotions, doesn't give me a lot of hope for him, but he did knock out Quang Li, who sucks ass. And he didn't win the road to the UFC, which I would say is not the highest level like thing in the world. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm usually the kind of guy that fades the South Koreans, but I'll tell you what, man, South Koreans have been doing really damn good this year, and I'm gonna pick Su Young Yu by decision to keep the train rolling. B. Lou Ball. Wow. All right, message me back. Sounds good, man. Birthday today. Hey, dude, happy birthday, man. How old are you? Just 21? You just earned the right to drink? Nah, happy birthday, man. I don't know why you're watching this stream. Go out and fucking find you a nice fat chick to get in bed with, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yo, what's your Cash App, Chris Cushman? Send to me on Twitter. All right. All right, Jesus Christ. All right, next up is a featherweight fight between the RZA, the Jizza. No, it's Yizza versus Weston Wilson. Yizza. Oh my jeez. Look at it. Minus 1,500 as the favorite. Are you kidding me? He lost the decision to Gabriel Santos. He's 25-5. I think he won the road to the UFC. 3-fight winning streak. And he lost to Jiang Li, he's a pretty damn good fighter. He is from China, from Shanghai, 28, 5'7", and 71-inch reach. Poor old Weston Wilson, huh? 17-9. He beat Jeka Sergei by submission. 2-fight losing streak to John Silva and Brito. Then he fought on Tough Enough and a promotion called Conflict. Wow. Won by sub. He is plus 775 as the underdog. Who makes these odds? He's from Simpsonville, South Carolina. 36 years old, 6'1", and 73-inch reach. So, Yizza. Jeez, why is he such a huge favorite? What the fuck? Why was he in the UFC and then went to the road to the UFC? It's like, you were already there, buddy. What the fuck? Obviously, Weston Wilson sucks. But then again, does he really? Because he fought Brito and John Silva. Like, he got knocked out by both of them. It's like, all right, big deal. Jeka Sergei sucks. So, God, what a shitty card so far. Just a bunch of no names and people that nobody fucking cares about. Pumping fat chicks is how you get your average pump number up, guys. Everyone knows that. The Thrizza, the Majizza. We must find Weston and Easton to battle. What if you named your kid Northden and Southden? You should be shot and hung. Idaho doesn't actually skateboard. He rides a Razor scooter. I synced it. Yeah, those are defamatory statements, and I'm going to send you a cease and desist. I'm working on it right now. AI is going to write it up for me. All right. I mean, geez, who fucking cares about this stupid ass fight? This card is not looking good so far. I gotta fucking click on these fuckers' records because I know Weston Wilson is terrible. I think he has a lot of defensive issues. Standing at 6'1", he just gets hit, right? But Yizza, god damn it, I've seen this guy fight. I couldn't tell you anything about him. So he was in the UFC. Wait a second. This fucking guy fought on road to the UFC twice. I mean, that means you suck, right? You had to fight on. How do you fight on road to the UFC tournament twice? What the fuck's up with that? God, they must hate this guy. Before that, he fought in the Wulinfang a lot. Fought on Kunlun fight. Lost. Literally, okay, so He lost in every promotion he ever fought in besides Wulin Fang. And then his last fight in Wulin Fang, he fucking got knocked the fuck out in the second round in 10 seconds of the second round. What is this fight? God, this is terrible. This is terrible. I mean, you lose a decision to Gabriel Santos. Like, that's how Gabriel Santos wins all his fights, right? Decisionating. God, what a terrible fight. Weston Wilson at least is fun. Like, he'll sub a dude or he'll get knocked out cold. Before that, I mean, he was on a decent winning streak. He lost on XMMA in the first round with a punch to a Japanese man. Got lots of chokes. Seems like the game plan here. Oh my God, this fucking guy got... Bro, check this out. Weston Wilson, he got fucking hit with a Gogo Plata. In LFA. Homie. He lost to a guy named Charles Cheeks the third. How do you name your son Charles Cheeks 3 times? What the fuck? This guy I got some subs in Bellator. Yo, I don't know if I could pick a guy that got Gogo plotted. You got Gogo plotted? I need to go find that. I need to go find that highlight. Or you got fucking Gogo plotted in the first round of a fight? Like, Takanori Gomi gets a pass because, like, he was fucking exhausted by the time he got Gogo plotted by Nick Diaz. But, like, how do you get Gogo plotted? I'm pretty listen, I have a stupid UFC shirt on, and I've never trained. I've been in one fight in my life. I wouldn't get Gogo plotted. I'm not letting somebody put their foot under my neck. Come on, man. Gogo plotted. All right, so it seems like here, if Yiza stays off the ground, he's chilling. Jesus Christ, do you see how fucking... You see how fucking shit these guys' records are? This fight sucks. This is a terrible fight. Terrible, terrible fight. I guess I'll go with Yiza. Weston Wilson might sub him, though. I mean, seriously, what the fuck is, what's the odds on Weston Wilson by sub? He's plus 775 as the favorite. I mean, $5, right? I'm going to go ahead and ban this. Well, I actually want to see this picture first. I'm going to go ahead and ban Andy's Got a Gun because it's just stupid. I'm sick of fucking weird troll accounts. Fucking annoying as fuck. Just be yourself, guys. Yeah, let's see. I want to see this picture, though. Okay, God. All right. See you later, Andy's Got a Gun. Thank you for joining. I'm sorry, on straight bullshit, just recovering from allergic reaction to a hornet sting that had me out for like 6 hours. Well, hey, if I ever want to take you out, I know how to do it. No worries, Hippo. I'll never pick anyone who allows that to happen to them. No, did you get Gogo plotted? Like, that's the real Andrew B. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Sure it is. Your cheeks is you lose to cheeks. Not getting that one. Exhaustion would be the only excuse, right? That's why I give Takanori Gomi a pass for getting Gogo plotted. Like, come on, dude. Oh, geez, this card sucks. But now it's fun again. Michelle Pereira is going to take on Kyle Dawkins. How is this not higher up the card? Don't even need to break this one down. This is easy. Kyle Dawkins went on a winning streak. Got in the UFC again, I guess. Also, he has a retarded name, the Darce Knight. You guys remember when he you guys remember when he came up with that name? He came up with it after he darts somebody in the cage. He was like, yeah, like I do a lot of darces, and like I like the movie The Dark Knight, and I think I'm gonna call myself the Darce Knight now. And that was like part of his post-fight interview. Hilarious. Oh, I want to see something real quick. So yeah, he got knocked out by Eric Anders. Ugh. And then he went on a run in CFFC. Good for him. He's back in the UFC. Fortunately for him, he's fighting Michelle Pereira, who is going to literally destroy him, obliterate him inside of the first round. I guess they want to give him a bounce back fight after he's on a 2-fight losing streak to Hernandez and Avis Magomedov. I didn't watch that fight with him and Avis. Probably should have. I think I was doing some shit for somebody. I was up in Seattle. That was the Dalby and Nicholas Dalby fought some fucking guy and had a really good fight. I was like listening. Randy Brown, right? Anyway, Michelle Pereira is going to knock out Kyle Dawkins in the first round. Simple. Kyle Dawkins is not very good. Also, his brother's a Philly cop. So now Kyle Dawkins is hella goofy, and yeah, Michelle Pereira is going to just run right through him like a hot knife through butter. Easy. Easy pick there. All right, what do we got? At that point, if you're so tired that a man can allow another man to go pot at you, then you can... Oh my God. Okay, Justin Gaethje. Lots of nerds in fighting. I learned lots of anime hours amongst those gyms. Interesting. Remember when Tristan Connolly beat Pereira's ass? I do. I didn't watch the fight. I just remember like seeing the highlights of it. I didn't watch it live, but yeah. Yeah. He did. He's a new man now. He's a new man. He's not doing the backflips anymore, which sucks. But hey, it's going to lead to more success. Why is Michael Chandler so obsessed with adopting black kids, bro? I don't know. You have to ask him that yourself. I don't really have a problem. I don't have any problem with Michael Chandler. I actually like Michael Chandler quite a bit. But first of all, I mean, criticizing somebody for adopting kids is kind of whack. Did you guys see though? There was like, what was it, like a couple of years ago? There was like a Black History Month like promo video they had, and for some reason they had Michael Chandler on there talking about how he adopts. When he adopted a black kid, you're like, yeah, like, come on, Mike. Like, I wouldn't agree to that if I was in his position. I'd just be like, yeah, I'm not black, so maybe like interview a black person. If Michael Chandler versus Terrence McKinney ever happens, Chandler automatically wins. Oh wow. No, I'd actually pick. Dude, that would actually be a really good fight. That's weird. It's not a criticism, but why not adopt a white kid? It's not a conversation for this podcast, Rick. Join me on my live chat on Wednesday, and we can talk more about that. But I'm not going to criticize someone for adopting children. Anyway, let's move on to the next fight, shall we? Quickly. Rong Zhu versus Austin Hubbard. Yes. Rong Zhu, 26-6. He is 4-1 in his last 5. Minus 290 as the favorite. For some reason, he trains at Auckland, New Zealand. He's 25 years old, 5'9", 71-inch reach. Austin Hubbard, Thud. I think his nickname is still Thud, huh? Yeah, it is. That's so sick. He is 2-3 in his last 5, plus 240 as the underdog. He is from Colorado, 33 years old, 5'10", 71-inch reach. So everybody hates Austin Hubbard, and I'm actually cool. I'm actually cool with Austin Hubbard. I actually think he's a pretty decent fighter. He just he can't get over the hump of like the middle of the road UFC fighters, but he will give him a tough fight. Let's check out his last 5 fights, shall we? Yeah, lost a split to Markel Medeiros, and I can never say that guy's name right, by the way. Markel. A lot of people thought he should have won. And then he lost a split to Hernandez. So again, he's just having a hard time getting over that hump of the middle of the road guys, right? Beat Figlak, lost by sub to Kurt Hollabaugh, a fight in which I actually picked him to win, hilariously. So those are his last 4 fights in the UFC. Rong Zhu, I think he was in the promotion like back in the day, however many years ago, and then went to the road to UFC, won, and then lost to Chris Padilla with that nasty elbow. That was right after this fight, actually. Oh, shit. I remember that because this fight was on that Friday. Superlek versus Haggerty. And I've showed this a million times, but I got the, it's signed by Superlac and Haggerty. Look at that. I remember because when Chris Padilla hit him with that elbow, he was like, "Yeah, just saw a Superlac fight," and he hit Haggerty with the same elbow. I was like, "Let's go!" But it landed right in his eye. It was so brutal. And then he beat a man named Cody Steele. Sick name. So this is going to be a really good fight. I don't know if you'll see a knockout in this fight. Neither of these guys really get knocked out, especially as of late, right? This is going to be a high-paced, lightweight match, and it's going to be a close one. I'm going to pick Rong Zhu here. I just feel like he's a little faster, better hands. Hubbard is the more well-rounded of the two, though, but I don't think that's going to matter much here. I don't think, even though he is more well-rounded, like it's not like he's super effective on the ground, and I think his striking is going to lag just a little bit behind Rong Zhu. Pretty easy pick for me, but I'm going to be rooting for Austin Hubbard, especially because everyone just fucking hates him for some reason. Yeah, what a shitty-ass card for starting at 1 a.m. Also, apparently... That's actually a good point. But again, this is not the space for me to like discuss that. Come to my live chat on Wednesdays, and we can talk about that. Idaho is acting like he wouldn't call out Hank for going to an orphanage and picking only South Vietnamese kids or some weird shit. I think adoption is a great thing. So this is the fight I'm most excited about, says Metro Booming. Let's go. Yeah, it's a sick one, huh? Loner Kavanaugh versus Charles Johnson at flyweight. What a fight indeed, right? Loner Kavanaugh 9-0, obviously. Well, we'll talk about it here in a little bit. He is minus 215 as the favorite, 26 years old, 5'4", 67-inch reach. Charles Johnson 17-7. Plus 180 as the underdog. He is 4-1 in his last 5. Lost his most recent fight, and that was to Ramzan Temirov. 34 years old, 5'9", and a 70-inch reach. So, man, what a fight. I do feel bad for CJ, though, because UFC clearly does not value him in any way whatsoever, only to be the test for the prospects, right? I mean, let's just take a look at his last 5 fights, right? Like Azat Maxim, like, newcomer from Kazakhstan. Jake Hadley, that wasn't really a prospect fight, but Van, Sumaderji, okay, that guy's kind of washed. They're giving Charles Johnson a layup. But yeah, then he fights Ramzan Temirov. Like, bro, like, can CJ just get a break? He's got to fight Loner fucking Kavanaugh now. Which, by the way, he did really well in Cage Warriors. Got a knockout in Contender. Then he had a really, really, really tough fight with Jose Ochoa. And then Felipe Dos Santos, he actually kind of ran. Wait. No. I think he looked better in this one, but still, like, I was kind of like, eh. So, obviously, Loner Kavanaugh, super young, being 26. But, I don't know if all the skills are there, but he's definitely well-rounded and has even better kickboxing, right? And then on the side of Charles Johnson, like, Charles Johnson was knocking fools out in LFA. And then went on a long decision streak in the UFC before he knocked out Joshua Van. And then just got destroyed by by fucking Ramzan Temirov, who looks like the next guy up at flyweight. So yeah, man, like Charles Johnson is just that test at flyweight, and I wish he was more than that because I really like CJ, man. I really like CJ. I think he's a really fun fighter, very skilled, super tall for the division. I don't know, man. Like, I'm curious to see what Tapology thinks of this one. So look at that, 77% of Tapology is picking Loner Kavanaugh to win this fight, and I'm not so sure, man. Not so sure. In fact, I don't think he wins this fight. I'm actually going to go Charles Johnson by decision. The only thing that, like, I feel like Charles Johnson fights too conservative at times, right? So I could see Loner Kavanaugh eking a decision out against him, but I don't know if it'll tell us much about him. Even so, right? I think Charles Johnson's just he's a more established guy, way better. The problem is you got that age gap, man. 34 and 26. Like CJ is obviously past his prime. I mean, not so much to where we're like saying he's washed. I mean, he's still a great fighter, but Loner Kavanaugh on the way up, 26. I just feel like undefeated Loner Kavanaugh suffers his first loss to Charles Johnson. I really do. I could be wrong about that. I'm not 100% confident, but I just feel like Charles Johnson is just a. And also, it's the style too, right? Like, I don't think Loner, like, the way that you beat CJ is you grapple him. You know, you take him down and you nullify his boxing. I think he was like a Golden Gloves champion. And I'm not saying that Charles Johnson has like devastating power or like insane boxing technique. That's just where he's most comfortable. And when he gets in a groove, he's a hard guy to stop. And I don't see Loner Kavanaugh doing that to him. He stays on the outside. I think just stylistically, this is a tough fight for Loner Kavanaugh. If he's able to get through this, though, I will be impressed. Obviously, get through it with a dub. But even still, like, I think that this is a pretty damn good test for the young, undefeated Loner Kavanaugh. Is this PFL? Yes. Oh God, yeah. His last loss was to someone who just popped for steroids. Yeah, that's a great point. All right, Melson. Jesus Christ. Kavanaugh is still really young, so totally. Yeah, good to see Isha. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even going to engage in that conversation right now. Join me for my live chat on Wednesday. We can talk all about it. Or Thursday, whatever day I decide to do it. All right, next fight will be Mahashate versus Gage Young at 155. 10-4 is the record for Mahashate. This is basically a pickup. Mahashate, 25 years old. Gage Young, 9-3, minus 140 is the favorite. From Missouri, 25 years old, 5'9", 70-inch reach. So who the fuck is Gage Young? Okay, yeah. That's right. Yeah, he lost to Elvin Elder. Wasn't he like a big favorite in that one too? I was cracking up because it was Young versus Elder, and then before that he lost on the Contender Series. That Sal killed. Got a win, ends up in the UFC on short notice, and then loses the fight. But he was definitely the big favorite against Elder, I'm pretty sure. Mahashate is a guy who has actually been in the UFC for quite some time. Knocked out Steve Garcia once upon a time ago. I don't think that really works. But anyway, lost to Rafa Garcia, Vyacheslav Borshov, beat Gabriel Benitez by split, and then lost his last fight to Nicholas Mota. I remember Mahashate was like a pretty hyped up prospect. And he is a pretty fun fighter. But I don't know, man. He just never impressed enough to do anything. There was like this big wave of like these dudes from China, like all hyped up, and then they just never became anything in the UFC but journeyman. And Mahashate is definitely one of those guys. Now, Gage Young obviously had a fight with Evan Elder in which he clearly lost, but looked really good at moments in the fight. And again, he was a big favorite coming into that one. Losing to Killen Salkill obviously is a pretty decent prospect as of right now. We just don't know much about Gage Young at the highest level, right? And obviously, and also, what the fuck is FAC? I've never even heard of that shit in my life. But look, he's knocking fools out in that promotion. I think that it's tough. If Nicholas Mota couldn't knock out Mahashate, then I'm really not sure. If Mota won me some money in that fight, I'm not sure if Mahashate gets knocked out by Gage Young. I am going to pick him to win, though. I'm going to pick him tentatively to win by decision. We're not getting radical spherical world versus flat Earth gospel part 2 on Wednesday. No. And also, Emo Melson even told me he isn't actually a flat Earth. We had a decent discussion. Maybe after Skatestard gets his 6th booster shot on Wednesday. Yeah, I don't. I've told you plenty of times that I don't get vaccines or booster shots. But yeah, thanks for trolling the chat, Emo Melson. Much appreciation. All right. Okay, again, another one. Jesus Christ, who is this guy? Tai Lake? Tai Lake? Nuraj? Who the fuck is this guy versus Kiefer Crosby? God, who is this fucking guy, dude? I mean, does anyone know who this guy is? What the fuck is this, dude? Like, seriously, like, why does the UFC do this to me? And then, like, people are like, you're a casual. You don't know who Tai Lake Nurjal is? No, I don't, but I do have a pick'em show, so I guess I probably should, but I don't. So that means we're going to put the glasses on. Dive into his record. He's 11-1. 24, super young dude. Let's see. He fought. Holy shit! He had a shit ton of canceled fights this year, and somehow that gets you into the UFC. Apparently, he fought in Chui Combat. He beat a 1-1 guy in his last fight to get in the UFC. Jeez. He also fought on a card done by WKG and M1 Global. Wow. Holy shit. Niza FC, decent promotion, road to the UFC. He won, but then, I don't know, we didn't complete the rest of the tournament. Win and... Oh, shit, this is a JCK guy. Hey, look at that. He did really well in JCK. But he really just fought a bunch of cans. But check this out. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 knockouts and 1 submission. So all of his fights, he has won by finish. Very impressive. On the other side, Kiefer Crosby. I should know who this is. I watched him fight, but I don't know who he is. Okay. Oh, yeah. He got subbed by Sam Patterson, and he got subbed by Kevin Jousset. He did knock out Cowboy Oliveira. What the hell? In a promotion called Rise FC. They're ripping some people off over there. That Rise FC. Before that, he got subbed by Georgie Karhanyan. And Charlie Leary. Oh, he was a Bellator guy. Okay. Got knocked out by Mike Jackson. But wait, he got DQ'd because of an illegal knee. Yeah, look, Kiefer Crosby sucks. All right, I see why. I see why this man from the mountains of China is a huge favorite. Yeah, he'll probably sub Kiefer Crosby. I'll say in the second round. Got a lot of wins via finish. So yeah, pretty easy pick to me. Kiefer Crosby sucks. Couldn't make it in Bellator, and now he's in the UFC getting finished. No vax MMA. Anyone who generally thinks the earth is flat is a dumb person, simple as that, homie. Yeah. Somebody, you got to be retarded to think the earth is flat. But anyway, good to see you, Lane. Got the Carlos Prates profile picture, I see. China cards are always full of surprises. Do I make bets? Yeah, very casually. I started making bets again. But let me tell you, I tried to use Bet US, and I hit a parlay. I got like $300 sitting in that stupid fucking website that they locked me out of my account after I hit that parlay. So it's like, okay. So I'm going to go back to Bet Online AG. But you can't do round robins on there. So yeah, I'll probably make some bets on this card. I'm not very good at it, though. Like, I'm so. Also, my Tapology pick rate is like 64% on the UFC. So not great, but not terrible either. Sometimes I do really well on cards. Sometimes I'm like not doing so great. Plus, I don't do any research for any fights, so this is the first time looking at the card for me. Mountain China is where all the concentration camps are. Really? Interesting. Tibet. Let's go Tibet. He just makes beats. Damn straight. Boots and cats. Good to see you, Matua. Hey, Matua, are we going to watch Alien Earth? I feel like we're not going to be able to watch it as it debuts because, oh, God. Fucking email Melson's is giving me an aneurysm right now. I tell you what, Melson, please leave the chat for a while. Come back in on a live chat. What was I gonna say? Getting an aneurysm. Oh yeah, are we gonna watch Alien? Because Contender Series I think is going on at the same time. So that's not really gonna work, huh? Spectacular specs for the man with the pecs who wrecks bench sets of 20 plus reps, I bet. I don't do any of that stuff, man. Good to see you, Mr. C, though. When's the 5-hour Alien lore vid dropping? There's already plenty enough of those. All right, Sumaderji versus Kevin Morehouse. Speaking of Chinese prospects that never became anything, Sumaderji is one of those. But I'll tell you what, he beat Mitch Raposo by split. That was an embarrassing fight for Mitch Raposo. I remember that fight. Didn't have any power, didn't have any ability to hit the much taller Sumaderji, and he kind of got embarrassed. It was embarrassing as shit. 3-fight losing streak, Tim Elliott, Matt Schnell, and Charles Johnson. By the way, that fight with Matt Schnell, beautiful stuff. Before that, he beat Zaruk Adeshayev 4 years ago. Jesus Christ, this guy is barely active. God, that Matt Schnell and Sumaderji fight was 3 years ago. Feels like it was yesterday. How time flies. Anyway, he's 17-7, 29, 5'8". Pretty tall for light or for flyweight. Sorry. Kevin Borjas is 10-3, 1 on Contender, lost to Joshua Van and Costa by knockout, and then he got a dub over Ronaldo Rodriguez. And I think I remember a lot of people, they thought that Ronaldo Rodriguez should have won that fight, right? Either way, Sumaderji is pretty fun, decent striker, but not good. Kevin Borjas wins this fight probably by decision, possible submission. I don't know if he has any on his record. Let me check. Let me check. No, I don't think he does. Hold on. Inca. All right, yeah. No, he doesn't have any. He's just trying to brawl. And that actually might create some problems for him because Sumaderji's pretty decent in the striking. He's very long. I'm gonna pick Kevin Borjas still by decision. I think Sumaderji is he's taking a lot of damage and he's just not good. Also, he took a long layoff, then lost 3 fights in a row. I think he's gonna have some, confidence after that win against Mitch Raposo, but that was a bad style matchup for Mitch, and I think that anybody halfway decent beats him. And I think Kevin Borjas is, so. Our next fight. Holy shit. Sergei Pavlovich versus Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Let's go. Breaking my heart with this one, though, UFC, because Sergei Pavlovich obviously is a dude that is very fun. I think he's well-liked. Might be some of you weirdos out there who just don't like Sergei Pavlovich for some strange reason. But Waldo Cortes-Acosta, man, I mean, geez, he's so boring. Makes you want to shoot yourself. But he was fun in LFA, very boring in the UFC, and then all of a sudden, he fucking knocked out. He knocked out Brzeski, beat Rebelis to Spain, Rip. And then he knocked out Ryan Spann, went to decision with Spivak somehow. That was just 2 months ago. I don't even remember that fight. Pavlovich, on the other hand, was knocking all the fools out. Then he lost to Aspinall in a minute, and then he had just a stinker. 2 back-to-back stinkers with Volkov and Rosenstruck, and you're kind of like, well, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? What the fuck, Pavlovich? You're supposed to knock fools out. That's why we like you. Anyway, 19-3 is the record for Pavlovich. He is 3-2 in his last 5. Cortes-Acosta, man, putting together a crazy win streak, right? Minus 255 as the favorite is Pavlovich. Jesus Christ, man. Fuck, dude. If that same Pavlovich that fought Rosenstruck and Volkov comes out, Cortes-Acosta beats him, and he might beat him, dude. He might fucking beat him, and I'll hate my life. Can you imagine if Waldo Cortes-Acosta fights Tom Aspinall for the belt? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing anymore? What is the UFC? First Kaya Sakura loses, and now this, like, boring ass fight with DDP and fucking Hamzat. Most anticipated main event of the year, and we got that. And then Waldo Cortes-Acosta is champ in 2026. Can you imagine that? I might have to stop watching MMA. Man. Jesus Christ. I don't know shit about MMA anymore, though, because I think that main event last weekend made us question our lives, you know? What are we doing? Why are we watching this shit? I mean, all of my years of knowledge tell me Pavlovich wins by knockout, or Costa somehow cruises to a decision, right? But I don't know. Cortes-Acosta might knock Pavlovich out. Pavlovich might win a decision now. I don't know anything anymore, but I'm still going to pick Sergei Pavlovich via knockout. But I think it might take him a little bit of time to figure out the odd kickboxing style of Cortes-Acosta. So I'll go round 2. If he doesn't knock out Cortes-Acosta, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to cry. Leandro Spivak got robbed. I don't remember that fight. Maybe I didn't watch it. I really don't remember that fight. All right. Oh my God. All right. This is a great fight. Brian Ortega versus Aljamain Sterling. Wow. What a great fight. What a great fight. Wow. Obviously, Brian Ortega, barely any striking defense, but somehow still pretty good on the feet. Figures out how to get wins somehow. I don't think Brian Ortega is very good. I know Aljamain Sterling is good, but he's not. He's also not good. You know, like, this is weird. This is like an inverse fight. Like, Ortega is good, but he's actually not good at all. And then people think Aljamain Sterling is not good, but he's actually really good. 16-4 is the record for Brian Ortega. He is 2-3 in his last 5, plus 250 as the underdog. I don't know why my voice went up so much there. 34 years old, 5'8", 69-inch reach. Aljamain Sterling, 24-5. 3-2 in his last 5, minus 305 as the favorite. 36 years old. Aljamain Sterling is older than Brian Ortega. Aljo's 36 now? What the fuck happened? Huh. Weird. Anyway, Ortega's last loss was a decision to Diego Lopez. Before that, he subbed Yair. And then Yair actually subbed him, but it goes down as a TKO. Lost to Volk and Chan Sung Jung he beat. That was a sad fight. Aljo last lost to Movsar Evloev, beat Calvin Kattar, and those are his 2 fights at featherweight. So, man, this is a really, really cool fight. Though Brian Ortega is known as T City, right? And he can snatch up a guillotine really quick. I don't see a scenario where Ortega subs Aljo, right? I do see a scenario where Aljo controls Brian Ortega, and that's just what he does, right? That's where he gets his best work in, right? The backpack controlling you, landing shots from the back. But man, if Ortega is able to avoid the grappling scenarios with Aljo, he's definitely going to win this fight, even though he has no defense. I mean, but again, it's not like Aljo's going to knock him out. That is impossible. This is a really cool fight, man. I when I see it play out in my head, I either see, I don't know, man. I just really don't feel like Ortega is going to be able to stop Aljo's wrestling. And I don't think Aljo's going to be very effective with it, but I think he's going to be consistent enough with it that Ortega's going to lose this one. But again, you could see a scenario where Ortega's defensively responsible enough on the ground, and when they are on the feet, he's winning the fight, you know? So this is a really tough one. Actually, what are the odds? I think I just read them, but wow, Aljo's a big favorite in this one. I mean, I'll probably go Aljo. Damn, dude. This is a tough one, though. I think that he's going to be able to do enough work on the ground to get it done. But I don't know, man. This is a cool-ass fight, though. Former bantamweight champion versus former couple times now title challenger at featherweight. So this is 5 rounds. Oh, is it really? Is it really? Here, let me see. It says it's 3 here on Topology, but if it's 5 rounds, I think that favors Aljo. Definitely favors Aljo. When was the last time we had a card where every favorite won? Is that what I got? Do I not have any underdogs? I don't know. Aljo has wrestling and jiu-jitsu and striking versus Brian's jiu-jitsu and minimal boxing. Dude, Aljo is not good on the feet. The real question is, how many ladies does Ortega bed before they board the return flight? I would say, I'm going to say 6.5. Ortega lost. Why are you calling him Ortega? Fought Lopez twice. He got KO'd the first fight, then immediately turned around and split second notice and took Lopez to a decision. You think Sterling keeps it on the feet? No. Happened this year. Oh, a card where every favorite one. You think Ortega is better on the feet than Aljo? Yes, but not. He's actually not. He's actually not good at all. That's the thing about Ortega. He's not good at all, but somehow he's better than Aljamain Sterling on the feet. Aljamain Sterling is actually more skilled. Brian Ortega, because he's not good, he's better on the feet because he doesn't let the limits of his skill define who he is. You know, he still gets wins somehow. Yeah, of course he's better on the fucking feet. What the fuck? Aljo definitely has the kicking advantage. And so Aljo's going to land a devastating kick? It's going to... No, dude, no. Ortega punches through quicksand. It's somehow effective, though. It somehow works. Ortega sucks, but he's not bad. I don't know how to explain it. He wins due to, pure autism, you know? Blind rage and autism. Aljo's definitely not good on the feet compared to Brian Ortega and Aljamain Sterling had a kickboxing match. Yeah, dude, you know what? You have a good point though. It's really just boxing. And when he fights a good Exactly. Ortega sucks, but he's not bad. Yes, exactly. He's the worst fighter ever, but somehow pretty good. It's a weird phenomenon. I don't know how to quite explain it. 420 subs. Hey, let's go. Hey, maybe we'll get 80 more somehow in the next week. We can be monetized. I actually don't know if I've hit enough watch hours yet, but oh well. Yeah. No, Ortega's definitely better than Aljo on the feet. The fuck? Yeah, and I mean, yeah, the more I think about it, Aljo definitely gets this decision. Good to see WMC. All right, and our main event, Johnny Walker versus Mingyang Zhang. Talk about a guy who sucks, but he's not very good. Or talk about a guy who sucks, but still able to get wins. Johnny Walker. Mingyang Zhang, though. I mean, do we know how good he is yet? Johnny Walker, 21-9. He is 2-1 in his last 5, plus 285 is the underdog. 33 years old, 6'6", 82.3 inch reach. Wow, don't see that often. 0.3. Mingyang Zhang, 19-6, undefeated in his last 5. Minus 395 is the favorite. He is from China, main eventing in China. 27, 6'2", and a 72-inch reach. So I remember a time when I first started watching the UFC that people were talking about Johnny Walker versus John Jones. They were saying Johnny Walker gives John Jones the hardest fight. And I was like, who is this Johnny Walker guy? Because I just started watching. And I was like, oh, Johnny Walker, he seems all right. And then I think he got knocked out. I was like, huh. And then he knocked out Paul Craig and Anthony Smith. He took to a decision. Jesus Christ, dude. What are you doing with your life? He got kneed by Magomed Ankalaev. Or what? Yeah. And then they asked him where he was. He said he was in the desert. And then Magomed Ankalaev knocked him out viciously. And he fell back like this. It was awesome. And then Volkan Ozdemir knocked him out. So Johnny Walker is fun. He's really fun. I like Johnny Walker a lot because when he gets it done, it's fun. When he loses, it's even funner, right? Like funner's not a word I know, but it's just fucking awesome to watch Johnny Walker get knocked out or subsequently knock somebody out. Mingyang Zhang, though. Let's see. What's up with this dude? Won the road to the UFC. But, you know, it's like he fought everybody who just sucks. Everybody he fought is terrible. Nobody worth mentioning on his record. So we don't really know. But I'll tell you what, man. This fight ends in a knockout. I don't think it goes over 2.5 rounds. I don't know who the fuck to pick here. I mean, I haven't picked an underdog yet. I might have to pick Johnny Walker, but yeah, I'll pick Mingyang Zhang. First round knockout. Also, I feel like Johnny Walker is kind of a slow starter in a way. I don't know. Johnny Walker's not good, but he can be. I don't know what it is. I remember when he like made the switch to SBG and then he started fighting like all conservatively. And then we were like, what the fuck happened to Johnny Walker? And then he started getting knocked out and we're like, oh, I guess he sucks now. I wish Ray Longo was in China. That'd be hilarious. It would be. I'll save you the time. Zhang round 1 KO and Walker falls down awkwardly. Walker wins easy. Why do you say that, Metro? Walker has better jiu-jitsu and refused to use it, no? Most likely, yeah. That's another thing about Johnny Walker. He just has no fight IQ, I feel like, right? Every time Johnny gets KO, I imagine a lumberjack killing Timber! Didn't you pick Borjas? Season under. Okay. Walker trains at Extreme Couture now. Okay. I don't know if that's better for him. I really don't know. I don't think Johnny Walker's good. Well, and it's like he's really chinny. And he has like all the physical gifts, but he just doesn't use them. He's very awkward and twitchy, itchy, you know. Have you seen Walker's regional fight? Early in his career, Walker gets KO'd 7 times in a single fight. No, holy shit. That's the other thing, man. He's taking so much damage. Okay, like again, I said this during the fight, but like Jeff Neal had only been TKO'd once, and that was by Kevin Holland. When he got hit with that spinning back elbow by Prates, he didn't go out cold, right? He just was like out. His body had like shut off, but he was still like there, kind of. When Johnny Walker gets knocked out, it's bad. Like, it's bad. And that's a sign of, like, you've been knocked out quite a few times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I just don't. I think he's really chinny. It's speculated that's where he lost his chin. Yeah. Didn't he get knocked out in like training before too? Hasn't there been footage of that? All right, so those are the picks. By the way, I have a Tapology league. Whoever gets the most event wins at the end of the year, I'm going to give them $100 out of my pocket. Somebody already has 3 event wins, though, so it's going to be tough to catch up, but would love to have whoever in the Tapology league. Walker changing training camps, like it's going out of style. Extreme Couture, not been on a hot streak yet. Yeah, isn't that Nick sick? Huh. At least he's got good training partners, right? At least at Extreme Couture. And especially ones that are like his size, you know? I don't know how many good dudes at his size are at SBG Ireland. But yeah, those are the picks, guys. I'm going to save them before I forget. All right. So tomorrow we're going to watch Contender Series here on the channel. Ever since the Fury fight? What do you mean? The Fury fight? Fury FC? That was on Sunday. We're going to watch Contender Series tomorrow, and then probably we'll watch Alien on Wednesday. Or watching Alien over here. And I'll probably do a live chat Thursday. Tyson Fury versus Ngannou. Oh, got you. Road to the UFC also? When does that start? Probably not. Depends on when it starts. I'll watch it. I'll watch it if... You know who's going to be watching it? My friend Isha on City Life Project, for sure. You'll be watching it. Yeah, when does Road to the UFC start? I guess I could look it up. Friday morning. Ah, shit. One championship will probably be on at the same time here. Let's see. Let's check it out. During my live chat, I always I go to grabakahitman.com and I kind of make my schedule based off that. Let's take a gander. Contender Series, PFL, LFA, UFC. Huh. Why is it not on stupid ass Tapologies? Stupid events page. Fight Center. Fury. PFL. Road to the UFC Shanghai. Huh, is there no one championship this weekend? If there's not one, then for sure. We'll do Road to the UFC. Oh no, there is one. Yeah. 6:30. What time is Road to the UFC? Yeah. I mean, it might be worth doubling up. Matua coming back for the Alien watch along. I'm pretty sure. I might. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. I'm undecided. We'll check it out during the live chat on Thursday. So that's the stream, guys. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for 420 subscribers. We'll be back tomorrow with some stream. Oh yeah, Contender Series. Yeah. I'll be here covering that. We'll also do like a post show, and we'll talk about who looked the best, all that fun stuff. So join us for that. And yeah, I'm out. Time to wrap it up.
What the hell?
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Man, you want some too? You better wrap it up. You better wrap that